Okay. Looks like we've got an excellent connection. I have coughed heartily. Drink of water. A little bit of music. Hold on, one more cough. And welcome back to Mediocre Minecraft, episode 69. Let's get a nice in the chat from nobody. Okay. Let's populate the chat. Let's populate the chat with nobody. All right. The best way to do this, I think. Because now I don't have to worry about it. Now, I really do feel like building. Because there's one thing that I wanted to do since the beginning of this. That, hello, Polly. Since I started doing this. And what I need... I'm gonna need those. Let me see if I have... Yep, I've got black wool up here. I'm going to need... blackstone. We'll work with the blackstone today. I might take some cobbled deep slate just in case. Efficiency 3, unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3, efficiency 3. Probably could get looting on there too if I really wanted to, but I don't think so. And I probably shouldn't be running around with the... You know what? I'm going to keep the trident on me. I'm not going to put it away. I'm just going to have it on me. And I've got some rockets. Well, let's see. I can get a full stack of rockets. So, and so we can do this. Oh, I'm going to need some torches too, but I can grab those because I want to safeten up that one area. Let me see. I thought I had torches in here. I do not. They are fairly simple to make. Sticks. I do not appear to have any sticks, which is fixable. I have 6 sticks. That will do. 38 and 38. Excellent. Okay. I can put some of those down. And I don't think I'm actually going to need wood on this. I can hear my my little village growing. He's communing with the cat. I think that's adorable. Alright. Let's... I don't necessarily need fish on me, do I? How about I put the fish down? You know, before I put the fish down. Gotta get fuzzle some fish. You know how this works. Okay. Don't tell anyone, but you're my favorite. Oh, you hear him purring when I said he was my favorite. Isn't that the cutest little thing? Alrighty. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to work on this up here. Whoa! Still lagging a little bit. Okay. Alright. Now. Alright. This will be a little easier to see at nighttime, but I think... Hello, cow. You should not be up here. We know how jealous I get, cow. Okay. Now. Is there no other way to get up there but Elytra at this point? I'm pretty sure I left a path up there. Oh, come on, guys. Nope. It's just this plateau, which is pretty cool. Oh, I did make a way up. Okay. It's just it's just this thing. Now, I have determined that this is not long enough. This needs to really go. So, we're gonna possibly, you know, I could put mending on this and it would probably be okay. I'll put mending on the next one. I've got some diamonds to burn. I've got some books to burn. Unbreaking seems to be difficult to find, but I probably should just put mending on this, shouldn't I? Well, if I get close to it being wrapped up, I think what I'll do is I'll put mending on it later. Okay. Seems a little jumpy today. I don't know. Okay, let's bonk. All right. Now, what I'm going to build is, first of all, let me see how big this is, like where I imagine this is going to start, because that's going to be pretty important. Now, this will help. I need an overhead view of it. Maybe slightly further away. Okay. So maybe one over here and then one over there. All right. All right. So over here. Now, what we are going to start with. Let me start with the length. Let me see, because it's got to be a particular length. And it'll be, this will be the right foot, or the left foot actually. So let's start. I really should just cut the grass up here. I think that would make things a little bit easier. Okay. All right. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be the line, but matter of fact, I don't like it. I don't know if a lot of this is going to look really good off the bat, because it's, the palette is going to be a little bit weird, because it's going to be basically all the blacks that I have access to. So cobbled deep slate, blackstone, black wool as the darkest. Now I could make black, what do you call it? Concrete, I guess? Yeah, I could make black concrete if I wanted to. I know that a little bit of black dye shouldn't be that hard to come across. And, you know, polished blackstone. Ooh, polished blackstone looks pretty cool. Might want to use some of that, huh? Although I do like the kind of rough edges for this particular project, because what we're going to be making, ladies and gentlemen that aren't here, is a crow. We're going to be making a, you know, a pretty ambitiously huge crow. And it's going to be in honor of the SBI boys, specifically Philza. Philza Minecraft. I've talked about him before. If you guys don't know about him, definitely check him out. Give him all the likes and subscribes and all that fun stuff. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of his. And one of the things I'm worried about is that people will consider this like what do you call it? Clout hunting, I think is the... Clout farming, maybe, is the word I'm searching for. I don't know. But, you know, like trying to get his attention and trying to live off of his clout and that sort of thing. And it really isn't. It's really just sort of more of a... It's more of a thanks. During the pandemic, I was in, you know, probably one of the worst parts of my emotional life, I guess you could say. It was a rough time for me, and partially because I knew I was getting older and life really wasn't going anywhere. I mean, I got the job that I have now, and I was working, which you're not really supposed to do. You weren't supposed to be out, but, you know, still needed money, still needed to live. And, you know, I got a job at a warehouse, basically stacking boxes, which is a prestigious job for somebody who is rapidly approaching 50 years of age, as you can tell. And, you know, that fact was not lost on me. And it is kind of, I mean, my job history is kind of, what do you call it? I don't want to say shameful, but it's nothing really impressive. You know, I don't make enough money to live on my own, at least not in America. And, you know, not being able to provide for my kids and, you know, is, you know, there's no small amount of shame attached to that. And it's been like this for a long time. And it hurts. It really does. Living in shame hurts. And you do it long enough and you start to question whether or not, you know, you want to continue living that way, which leaves you with two choices, which is either fix yourself up or, you know, the other thing. And I figured out a long time ago, because this is not the first time I've felt, you know, that second option coming. But I've decided a long time ago that it wasn't really an option for me, not as a dad. You don't really want to off yourself as a parent. It's, you know, because 70% of the kids of parents who kill themselves try it themselves. And I was determined not to have the last thing that my kids ever learn from me is that life has a back door. You don't want to leave that lesson for your kids. So the only option was to kind of buck up and make something of myself, which I don't know if you've noticed, but it has yet to happen. Because I really don't know what I'm doing. I try and I work and I try to work harder, but, you know, sometimes things just don't work out. And I know that I don't really have the self-discipline to run my own business. I've tried it before, and, that is not what I meant to do, but, whee, okay. I've tried, and, you know, one of the big issues is I really don't have much self-discipline. Now, I can explain this away because I can talk about the trauma that I've had. What the fuck? Hold on a second. We'll get back to this very intense story after I kill this thing. Oh. Where did he come from? Alright. There is a part that is not safe. Oh, okay. Well, let's make this place safe then. Oop-a-doop-a-doo. There's a llama up here. Oop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. I would like to work at night on this, so it is kind of important that I make sure that I don't have to get it not blown up every few minutes. I was going to make that area down there safe too, but... Anyway, as I was saying, can he get up here? Well, that's not fun. Hi. Yeah, you're only going to be able to do that so many times, dude. Maybe I should put a bed up here and just sleep. Oh, yeah, that felt good. Okay. We'll see how it goes tonight. You know, if my work gets blown up, then I'll figure something else out. But one of the things that I need to work on for this particular project, my so-called streaming career, is that I need to finish my sentences as I start them, or finish my ideas, because that's one of the issues that I've been seeing in a lot of my older streams, is that I will start talking about something, and then, lo and behold, Minecraft will wave some shiny keys at me, usually in the form of a creeper, and I will not continue. I will get lost. But I was talking about, the lowest point in my life. How could I not, go on talking about this? Ooh, bunk. That was pretty slow. I don't know. I guess it was pretty low down. But yeah, it was and continues to be a pretty rough point in my life. And well, one of the things I knew I had to do was sober up, because I was still, let's say, getting intoxicated on a regular basis, which is something that depressed people will do a lot, because one thing that's easier than dealing with your pain and feeling your pain is to escape it every now and then, which wasn't helping me deal with it. And part of the reason I've had these problems for so long is that I've been avoiding them. So that's something I had to face about myself, and that's something I've been more or less pretty good on. I occasionally let myself off the wagon when I'm hanging out with a very particular friend or two, but, since my daily life is pretty busy, not seeing my friends as often as I'd like to is actually a boon, because I'm not tempted to fall off the wagon as much as I used to. And I'd like to say that it's been almost an entire year, with with two exceptions, that I've remained sober. So, that's a pretty cool milestone. So that's pretty cool. Should I pick him off? He looks like he's mad. I'm just gonna... Okay, you look fun. Boink! Oh, single shot. Oh, that felt good. It's the little things, Anyway. So where was I? We were, just starting off the pandemic, and it sucks, because not only am I working, but I'm more isolated than I used to be. So it's, it is a scary time. And, since I was working in a warehouse, naturally you get, the people that you wish you didn't have, because since I'm living with my elderly parents, I was especially worried about passing COVID on to them, because it's one of those things where, they tend, older people were more susceptible to it, for it to go bad, and I was, worried that just by fact of, needing to go to work and needing money and all this other stuff, I might end up inadvertently, giving my parents the plague of the 21st century, which is not really what you want to talk about during their eulogy, you know what I mean? But at any rate, it worked out okay. They're all right. And I was all right for the most part. And working again was nice too, because over the past couple of years I've had a couple of different jobs, none of which worked out. Like the warehouse I was working at before then, the owner got cancer and didn't tell anybody and had no plan, so unfortunately the business kind of completely fell to pieces after he died. And it's not like I'm, bitter at him because he didn't have a plan for me specifically while he was dealing with cancer, but, still, it didn't really work out. Didn't really work out for anybody who was working for him, but, that kind of thing's gonna happen. And it was just something else I had to deal with. And it really gotten to the point where I just hadn't been able to hold a job for more than a year. which looks terrible on a resume, even if it wasn't my fault, like in that case. Sometimes it was my fault because I'm a pretty good worker, but I don't put up with as much shit as, I probably should. People will say it's important to stand up for yourself, but then you actually do, and you go broke because of it. So it's like, oh, sure glad I stood up for myself, and am now unable to keep my cell phone on or keep my car running. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing to have principles defending yourself, especially when they get in the way of survival. But anyway, pandemic. I work real hard, and at the end of the day, I don't have much energy for anything. So I ended up just watching a lot of YouTube, which is a great internet service for those of us who are broke. And while I was watching, I'd be playing Minecraft on my little pad on my. I guess it's like an Android version of an iPad, so I can't call it an iPad, but it's a tablet. It's not an iPad, but it supported Minecraft, so I played Minecraft because it's one of those games that I like goofing around on. And since it was the Pocket Edition, because this was a pad thing, I wasn't really great at combat or any of the mods you can do. Yeah, any type of combat on Pocket Edition is really, really. Where's the third? Oh, I need to get another toe in here. Let's get the toe going this way. All right. I am going to need a bed up here, I just realized, because I have... if I stay up here long enough, I'm going to end up with with phantoms. But let me take a look at this and see what it looks like from here. Oh, before I do that, always check the health of your elytra before taking off. Always check the health of your elytra, for the simple fact that this is the wrong time to find out that your elytra has no more life to it. I'm not over water. Alright. Okay. Not the best way to look at it, but... okay. That toe can probably come up a little bit. Ugh! Alright, let's go get a bed. This is slower than I remember. Am I? Oh, okay. I don't need to run either, but... Do I have a bed in here? No. Do I have 3 blocks that I can use? Yes, I guess so. Oh, God, really? Where is it? Why, dude? What are you messing with in here? Are you gonna put a block down and totally mess up my lake? Why? Why are you here? I just want to know why, man. I just want to know why. I've got a grave here that's very important to me. I don't want any other blocks on it. Are you... what are you... I want to keep this friendly. I really do. I'm building today. I'm not in the mood to hunt. I'm having a very deep conversation with my 0 viewers, and I'd really not like to have to deal with you at all. Now, what I could do is just get into my little safe space and look at him. But... nah, you know what? We're not hunting today. If he puts a block down in a weird spot, I'll just move it. Did I didn't even make the bed. God damn it. Always forgetting to make my bed. I wonder if he's the one who broke out the villagers. No, there'd be a block. There would have been a block. there would have been a block. Alright. Let's make it a magenta bed. I don't think I've ever made a magenta bed. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yonk. Continuing the story, because that's the one thing that I'm really going to try to work on in this episode, is actually finishing a thought. So, we're in the pandemic. I'm watching YouTube, mostly to get tips on playing Minecraft. And you can only watch, you can only ask YouTube for so many YouTube clips on Minecraft tips before you start seeing clips from the SBI, the Sleepy Boys Incorporated, which is a cute little name that, let's see, Tommy Innit, Wilbur Soot, Phil's a Minecraft, and Technoblade gave themselves. It's nothing official, it's just a little, you know, self-given nickname. And... alright. Doom, 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 doom. Alright. Okay, now let's... you know, it's only so long until you start seeing videos from one of those three guys. You get Wilbur's Minecraft butt. You get Tommy Innit saying, you know, I'm really annoying, but watch me anyway. Kind of videos where he just messes with people and they'd, you know, play with mods and stuff like that. And of course, Philza just hit it big because his 5-year hardcore world, you know, had a bad day. Which, just, if you don't know much about Minecraft and you're watching this for some reason, you'll know that I haven't gotten a Minecraft world to last longer than 3 days. He had one that had been going for 5 solid years, which should give you an idea of how good of a player he is. You know, and you know, had a bad day, lost the world, and it was that clip alone though put him, I guess, over an edge that he had probably been teetering over for a while, and people really started to notice him, and, you know, which is good. I'm glad he got, you know, I'm glad he has the success that he had, but you also have to realize that I'm an adult watching basically what comes to a bunch of freaking teenagers making themselves millionaires playing the only video game that I liked. So, you know, after the initial blood red jealousy wore off, I started to play with the idea that, hey, you know what, I could do this. I don't know what I'd do. I don't know much about mods. I don't know much about computers. I don't know anything about streaming, and really the only thing I've got going for me is this game that I'm not even really that good at. But streaming doesn't always have to be about that. Sometimes it can just be about a personality that people identify with. And, you know, it's probably easier for kids to identify with other kids, but I couldn't be the only adult out there. And I don't think I am. I know for a fact that I'm not the only adult out here who plays Minecraft. There are a lot of pros out there who do stream for a living, who, again, are a lot better than I am. But part of the reason I started streaming on YouTube is because it's almost impossible to get discovered as a streamer on YouTube, at least yet. I mean, their streaming platform is pretty new, so it's kind of hard for them to, you know, it's kind of hard to get discovered that way. But that's part of the point, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm still finding my voice. I'm still trying to figure out a good way to tell stories without getting distracted by shiny objects and groaning mobs. But, you know, I thought, yeah, I could do that. But here's the thing. I've thought, yeah, I could do that a couple of 100 times in the last 10 years. There are things that I've tried to make a little bit of money at. You know, I don't need to be rich. I just need to be self-sufficient. That's the goal. And it's a goal that I have yet to meet after, you know, several years of trying. The first career that I wanted to get into was video, ironically enough, and did pretty well for a couple of years, but the problem was mostly what I was doing was weddings. And for those of you who know anything about video editing, it's a way of constructing a story. You do the storytelling in the edit. And the problem I had was that I was telling the exact same story every day of my life for 15 years. And I was tired of it after 8, and I hated it after 10. And I kept grinding and I kept grinding, and I really did grind a little bit of my brain away and a lot of my soul, and all the love that I used to have for video, I just ground it out of myself because the only work that I could find to do on a regular basis was wedding work. And nothing against wedding video, but you really are just telling the same story over and over and over again. Even people who have a unique and special wedding, they still have the pre-stuff, they still have the ceremony of sorts, whatever denomination or even non-religious. They've got the ceremony and they've got the reception, and then that's it. And it's usually like a 2-hour video that you make out of clips, and the same drunks telling the same jokes. And it's really, it got to me, and in the end it kind of broke me. To be honest, I wasn't that solid to begin with. I've never been what you would call a emotionally solid person. But here was a thing that I thought I was going to be doing for the rest of my life, and I was in my 40s physically unable to do it. I couldn't make after spending years doing 10-hour edit sessions without a problem, locked in, locked down, having a great time on the day, being not entertaining, but I knew how to, stand around with, at the time, this was back when cameras were shoulder mounted because they were enormous, with a good 60-watt light, half a foot above the lens to light up whatever I was shooting. And to have all that and still remain subtle and in the background and not, distract people who are going to the wedding from the actual wedding itself. You don't want people performing for the camera. You want to be a fly on the wall. And I got pretty good at that, but I just couldn't do it anymore. And video is one of those things, video editing and shooting and all that thing. If you don't love what you're doing, you will not end up with a good product. And I was just doing really shitty work, which killed my desire to do it even more. If you can't do it right, you shouldn't be doing it. And that's something that I used to tell people who would work for me. If you don't want to do this, if you don't have a passion for it, then please don't do it, because all you're going to do is mess the product up. And there I was, unable to do it. And I got lost, seriously. And like I said, I've never really been that strong of a personality to begin with. I've never been that strong of a person to begin with. And when you lose what you want to do for the rest of your life, it can be really, really devastating, and it can be shattering. And it broke me. And, at that point I was married and lost. And it ruined my marriage. It, cost me time with my kids because I ruined my marriage, and it was the worst part of my life. But here was this idea. Here is something else that I could do that I know I would enjoy. Because at this point, it isn't so much about making money. It's about doing something that, yes, might draw in some funds, but something that I can do with my life that, would be fun. Because that's the dream, right? To be able to do what you love for a living. And so I started to save up for a gaming computer, which as it turns out, took months because I'm not making that much at the warehouse, and that's my only source of funds. It took me 6 months to save up for a computer, and then took me another 6 months to work up the nerve to get started. So it's more than a full year later, and I did my first episode, and I did not keep the conversation going the entire time. I'm happy to say I'm getting better at that, though. When you really work at something and you really want to do it, you find ways to do it better. And this is episode 69. Nice. Sorry, had to do that joke at least once. And I just had my 48th birthday, which is why the episode is titled I Just Turned 12 for the 4th time. Because I am still kind of a big kid. I don't think I honestly would have thought this was a good idea if I wasn't a big kid. But that's fine. I don't mind. That's far. Okay, I didn't realize that's where the land ended. Alright. We still safe? Anybody hear any creepers or anything? Okay, so that's basically the line of the foot. Let's start. Do I have any more blackstone? I have plenty of blackstone. I went fucking nuts with the blackstone. And, that pretty much gets us to where we are now. I wanted to do 100 episodes and then kind of reevaluate what I think, because I can't just be playing this game. This game is 11 years old, and, I'm not exactly the demographic of gamer that people want to watch. So I'm going to have to do something else with this, but, Minecraft is where I'm comfortable. Minecraft is where I'm happy. So that had to be the start. And it felt like such a relief to finally have like a goal that made me happy, have a solution to the problem. Even if it doesn't work, I'm going to do this for a couple of years, see what happens to me. If nothing happens, I know that I'm going to have fun as I go, which is more hope than I expected to have at this point, And in a lot of ways, I have the SBI to thank for it, because without the stuff that they put out, the only stuff that I would have seen was a bunch of really, really good players putting out some incredible content. I mean, I don't know if you see a lot of other Minecraft videos, but a lot of them are like, I built the entire universe in hardcore, that kind of thing. And, bless them. There's a place for that kind of thing, and I'm very happy for them, and it is some amazing content. But, man, that is intimidating. And that is just really, it's just crazy intimidating, especially for new players, Literally, and you think I'm exaggerating. I'm not. There's a dude who basically created the entire solar system inside of Minecraft. And you see the ones where, oh yeah, we built a working computer, and, we're doing a scale model of the whole fucking Earth, buildings and all. Which is interesting because they've actually created some copyright issues, because there are buildings that are not copyrighted, but whatever. There is a they're having legal issues because there are buildings that the designers are not happy that their buildings are being recreated. And there's the new Library of Alexandretta, where every banned book in the world is being put into Minecraft books. You know what I mean? It's really huge and amazing and beautiful products are being done. And I couldn't help thinking, how many people are like me who just like playing the game, only have a couple of hours a night, can't commit to 20-hour gaming sessions where they build these amazing things over the course of a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? I just don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of energy, and I don't think I'm the only one. There has to be a space for mediocre players. For people who just get a kick out of playing the game. And yeah, sure, I'll play hardcore, and maybe at some point I'll throw on some mods. But, you know, I just wanted to kind of create a space for the normies. The normies who want to have a game that they can play where they don't feel like, you know, it doesn't feel like playing Fortnite, where if you haven't been playing hard for hours and hours and hours on end, there's no way you'll ever compete. Or at least, you know, finish an entire session, because you're always going up against these 14-year-old kids who spend their entire life, you know, just working out, just playing. You know what I mean? Not everybody can be a professional gamer. Not everybody can be a hardcore gamer. And as we all know, in communities like that, sometimes being the weakest player means you're going to get the most shit. And now, how do I get over my fear of heights? Because I don't think that finger is long enough. Hold on. Let me take a good long look at it. Yeah, that middle toe needs to be longer. I need to get down there. Alright. Down here somewhere. Okay. Hi, cow. Let me see. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but it's like way up there, isn't it? This isn't going to help. Okay, there it is. So I need to go up that way. Alright. This scaffolding is really helpful. Oh wait, I don't think I came under the right spot. Oh wait, yeah, it's right there. So alright. I don't need a flower, I need a spoon. So anyway, you know, that's where this goofy channel comes from. And if you find it and it does you some good, I hope. I'm glad, you know. Whatever likes and subscribed I get will be appreciated, but mostly I'm just happy to have something that I can work on, something that can, you know, maybe lead to something else. I don't know if it will, you know. I don't know that it will. Because success on YouTube and online is such a random ass thing. It's really hard to, it is really hard to predict what'll work and what doesn't. I mean, that's the biggest piece of advice that I've gotten from other creators. People have put on like tips and stuff like that. Like I've talked about this before. Like Ludwig had a tip video, and there's a guy who used to go by Alpha Gaming who's now, Gaming Senpai, I think is what he's going on as. I will find the link for all these people and thank them properly. But, you know, one of the big tips is no one really knows what creates a viral sensation, because it's always something that, you know, it's a timing thing. Mostly it's a timing thing. One of those things, it's just go away. You know, you're there at the right time, and you catch the moment. You know? And so, really, it makes the most sense for you to do what you want to do and hope for the best. And this is what I want to do. Okay, so these are the crow's feet. Another way I could do this is actually Yeah, I think this might be a little bit better than zooming past and hoping to get an opinion. All right, that looks weird. They both look kind of weird. But I've got a basic shape. Like, those will be the feet. And, I mean, this is a crow that's going to be well past the cloud limit. Hopefully I won't... Wait, let me check something. Okay, I've got... Oh, let's see. Build limit, I think, is like 215. That might actually be an issue. Because I don't want to go up against the build limit. I wanted to build this high on a mountain, but I didn't want to, like... I honestly don't know if this'll fit here now that I'm looking at it. Hold on one second. I am going to... Build limit Minecraft. Luckily, I've searched enough things on Minecraft that Google just now assumes 256. Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. Because that means I've got a little under, actually exactly 100 blocks from this point right here. So I've got more than 100 blocks to play with, at least in the upward. And, you know, that may mean that what I originally planned to do with the wings I might not be able to do, because I want to make it look like it's a crow that is just about to take off, which means I have to have the feet grasping the mountain, which is what I'm trying to do here. I will, you know, that doesn't really belong there. What I'm basically doing is I'm just going to tweak this until it looks right. You know, the fingers are supposed to grip the talons, I guess you could say, are supposed to look like they're gripping the top of the mountain. And when a crow takes off, he kind of shoulders his wings up. And I may not be able to do that, but I should be able to do it maybe crouching a little bit with its wings out. Because this is going to be huge. I mean, if this is just the feet, you can imagine the size of the project that I'm thinking of, right? So it's going to be pretty big. These might be a little too far apart. Let me do this one more time. Yeah, I've still got some life on this. Ugh. I'm going to go through the hole in the cloud. Hold on. Whee! Totally unnecessary. See, from up here, it doesn't look like they're that far apart. It just looks like they're far apart when I'm standing right next to it, you know? Woo! Okay. But, yeah, I think this is good. I think this is a good place to start. All right. Now, this is the back foot. So, I'm going to... Now... Alright. Now, I want this to be... like, the leg should be thin, but thin from a distance is like a 4-block box. This might have to thicken up a little bit. And at the same time, I need to... I may need a lot... I'm going to need a lot more blockstone just to do the legs. Oh. I do think black wool will be perfect. Am I out of blackstone? I am out of blackstone. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Bunk. And then... Alright. Alright. Because the legs would pretty much be straight up into the body. Oh, this is going to be huge. I'm going to need a lot more wool for this than I was originally thinking. Let me see. Ow. Alright. Yeah, that is pretty stubby. Those are going to have to go way up because the feet are actually as wide as the leg is to the elbow or to the knee, and the knee bends backward and then kind of poofs up into the body. I've been looking at a lot of pictures of crows lately. While I'm going to be aiming for photorealistic, I have no I do not think I'm going to achieve it. But, you know, you aim for the moon, and even if you miss, you're closer to the stars than anybody would expect you to get. So, let me see, where's the sun? Do I need to sleep yet? No, not yet. It's only been 2 nights. Actually, this is the 2nd night, so I should probably sleep. But, you know, I don't want to be building crow feet while while fighting off phantoms. Now, I'm also building this. Luckily, this part is in the savanna biome, and for those of you who are in the know, it does not rain in the savanna biome, which means I don't have to worry about this getting struck by lightning. Now, if I put it on, say, you know, that mountain over there, or in that clearing over there, I would have to set up, because this is going to be made mostly out of black wool, one lightning strike and the whole thing's going to catch on fire. It's just how it is. And with Minecraft being Minecraft, you can pretty much guarantee that this son of a bitch is going to get struck by lightning, or would, were I not in the savanna biome. You know? It's all about planning, folks. It's all about planning. Now, this is pretty much the center of the crow's foot. I may just have to just go and get more blackstone. But yeah, so this is going to be kind of... It's mostly a tribute to Phil because he's the crow father. You know, hence the crow. But I know in my heart it's really for those 4 boys who, as I was saying before, you know, probably did not get into this with the idea of saving the life and sanity of some middle-aged loser. But they managed to anyway. You know, you never can tell what good you'll do in the world. But if you try and do something you love, you will not be the only one to benefit from it. I promise you. This is a lot straighter than that other one. We're going to have to see how this is going to go. Wait. Okay. That is how you just glide to the ground. Alright. No phantoms, no phantoms. Alright, well. Minecraft. Just let me sleep. Thank you. Ugh. Which is a little weird because I'm about to go to the nether so I can get more. Yeah, because I am down to 10 things of blackstone. I'll check in my board, but I think this is the only... This is all that I've got. So we may have to do a little impromptu trip to the nether for a couple more stacks of blackstone, which isn't that hard. I've got the mine. As long as I don't fall in some open flames, I should be okay. We're only about an hour in, so, you know. This project's going to take a while, because, as you know, I only have 2 hours a night between, you know, waking up at 4:30, which is now 4 o'clock because I've decided to include a exercise regimen in my morning routine. And I know that sounds like a big pain in the butt, but to be honest, I think I'll be okay, because there are a lot of mornings I wake up at like 3:30 anyway. So, and it's, you know, just because my body's gotten used to it. It's not that big of a deal now. So, yeah, let me just organize for a second here, folks. Yeah, so, like, waking up at 4 o'clock isn't going to be that big of a deal. And I'm, you know, going to start getting a little bit of exercise done. Because I really do want these next 2 years, between now and when I turn 50, into... you know, really pushing myself into becoming the type of person that I want to become. And because I just haven't been. And it's tough to live that way. And I don't want to do it anymore. And so, you know, I won't. I'm going to spend 2 solid years pushing myself every day. Not every day. I have no illusions about my own self-discipline. But also I think that's kind of self-destructive. There's a lot of things there's a lot of influencers that I've been seeing online that's like, every day, get on the grind, get in there. And it's just, putting that much pressure on yourself will actually do more harm than good. And I know nobody wants to admit that because they're all trying to sell you, you know. They're all trying to sell you something, you know. Ooh, fire protection 2 and unbreaking. That'll come in handy. In reality, you know, exercise, especially for these next 2 years, isn't going to be to feel better or to get stronger or to look sexier. It's going to be about building the self-discipline it takes to exercise every day. You know, so those are the results I'm really aiming for. I'm not going to aim for bigger arms or a better chest. And, you know, I'm sure they'll come because daily exercise produces that kind of stuff. But I don't think it's going to be anything impressive because I'm not going to be maxing out my carbs or maximizing my workout or any silly shit like that. I'm simply going to be trying to make myself exercise every day. Started this morning. I did push-ups and I did sit-ups until I couldn't anymore, and that was it. Did that for half an hour, and that's all I did. Wow. Why are there so many of you? Yeah, are you guys seeing this? Hi. Hi. How you doing? What's with all the zombie piglins out there? Good chat. Did you want out? Because the door will open if you just... You know what, dude? Just you stare at your wall. You're fine. I gotta get some blackstone. They're not real chatty, but they're good people as long as you're wearing gold. So, you know, maybe a little judgy. They're a bit judgy. I didn't want to say anything about that, and I don't want to accidentally light off one of those things. But... Do I have any other blocks with me? Nope, okay. Also, this could bring lava down on my head, but... A matter of fact, it probably will at some point. Blackstone is like the ash between land and lava, so... I, at some point, am going to be dropping some serious lava on my face. But that's okay. Alright. You listen to me. Where have I heard that song? I heard that sometime today. I am your mother. You listen to me. Which is, you know, the 5-second clip of that song that's been playing on Instagram's version of TikTok, which is actually TikTok. But, you know, like I was saying before, I like to filter my social media through other social media. So, like, I get all the best Twitter stuff on Facebook. I get all the best TikTok stuff through Instagram. And I get the best Tumblr stuff through YouTube. It's just, I think that's the better way to do it if you don't worry about being up to date and, like, being, like, keeping your thumb on the trends. You know, if you just want to, like, hear the funny stuff and you don't care that it's maybe 3 months late, because that really doesn't matter to me at all. But I'll, like, quote something that I heard to my kids and, like, Dad, that was, like, from 3 months ago. I'm like, ooh, all of 3 months ago. Oh, my goodness. I'm so behind the times. And I don't care. It's not, you know, it doesn't affect my life at all to hear this stuff late, because it's really just jokes and goofiness and people being funny online. You know? So, having my little filter process keeps me from having to wade through all the crap, and I just get all the really, you know, the golden memes, I guess you could say. Although, just having a birthday and not being on Facebook anymore is a little weird, because I actually checked my Facebook page to see if anybody wrote, but the thing is, I don't think any of my friends are on Facebook anymore either. I think there's been like a mass exodus from people I know from Facebook, and I'm feeling a little bad about it, because I do have a blog on there that I've been running for about 10 years that I pick up bad fire. Alright. That wasn't bad at all. Do I have any? Oh, because I have fire protection boots and helmet. Okay. I don't know if they stack or if it, like, I don't know how that works, but Anyway. So I think I have... I'm going to have to check later, but I think I've successfully... No! Again? Or am I just hearing him from upstairs? Alright. Earlier, while I was running this world, I've got to check now. There was a space where a full-on ghast appeared in these mines. Like, you see how these are. This is bed mining. So there's like open room, slate wall, open room, and there was like a ghast in one of the big open spaces. Just stuck. But of course, because these are all basic long hallways, he had the perfect shot and was just, you know, yeeting down fireballs at my head. So now I want to make sure there's not another ghast stuck in my mind somewhere. Which is one of those statements that, you know... Ooh, there's a lot of blackstone over there. Let's go over there and investigate. Oh, I meant to put that out. Why are you on fire? You shouldn't be on fire. Okay, this is making me a little nervous. Dramatic. Nether music. Although it's kind of nice. And it's not that dramatic. It's a little calmer than you would expect for, you know, hell. Why are you way over there? How did that happen? Oh. Question not Minecraft is gonna Minecraft. Anyway. Oh, wait a minute. I think that means there's a fire directly under there. Yeah. Hearing piglins in the background. Hope I don't accidentally axe one. Although I've got my netherite on, I think I'll be alright. I would just rather leave the piglins alone. Because they... they hit like a Mack truck and they swarm like wasps, so, you know. If at all possible, avoid conflict with the piglins and with the zombie piglins. Even the zombie ones hit like a truck. But as long as you're wearing gold, the regular piglins will leave you alone, and the zombie piglins are barely aware of your existence. And if you've got gold, you can trade with the piglins. Gold bars, not the chunks. I tried trading with the chunks once and it did not work out as well. The AI character, the piglin, literally stared at me like I was an idiot. And I know they don't have facial expressions, but you could tell. You could tell he was disappointed in me. And, you know, he probably went back to tell his piglin children about the idiot human running around. You know, they're nice people, but they do get really, really judgy. And the dramatic music kicks up a notch. Minecraft hell. Minecraft hell. I'm just sick. See? I knew it. God darn it. Alright, let me see. Let's let that go down, because there's no point in mining anything over lava, because the lava will just eat it. Now, I wonder if it actually extinguishes the fires it goes over. Because you see that fire next to it? There used to be more fire down there. And I think the lava literally put out the fire. Because that's how Minecraft logic works. Alright. Now, we don't want to be right here and have lava come down on our heads, so we're not gonna be mining directly over our heads. Alright. Let me see, where can I do this from a safe distance? Alright, let me... Alright. I wonder if I'd get more if I was using a fortune pickaxe. I mean, with gems and with ores and stuff like that, you can multiply what you mine. But I don't think it works for just regular stone. And I don't know if Minecraft considers black rock... Ow! No, I didn't even realize there was stuff down here. It's not like black rock's a gem or anything. It's not like a precious metal. It's not iron or gold or anything like that. It's just black rock. So I don't think I'd get any extra for mining with a fortune pickaxe, but I don't know for sure. And, you know, Minecraft rules don't always follow the most obvious of logic, you know. So it's... So who knows? Maybe they would. I've been doing Duolingo Piglin, so, which is a mod you can do. If you know. I don't think there's Duolingo for Piglin. Although, I would definitely, you know, deal with the threats of the Duolingo bird if it means that I could communicate verbally with piglins. That is how much of a Minecraft fan I am. But also, I think I could get better trades from them if I were to be able to ask, yeah, hey, how about some fire potions? You know, a little bit of fire-resistant potions. You know what I'm saying? I can go for a swim in lava with, you know, something. You got anything like that, buddy? I'll pay extra. That's fine. You can have 2 gold bars. How about that, man? I'm cool, right? Oh, I forgot my gold helmet at home. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm cool, right? You've seen me before. You got like 8 gold bars off of me, and all you gave me was some gravel. Remember that? Did I bitch and moan? No, I didn't. So why are you bitching about me not having a gold helmet? Now, if I could say that in Piglin, oh, the trouble that I would save. I would apologize for accidentally hitting one of them, so the entire crowd of Piglins wouldn't eat my face. Wouldn't that be cool? See, right now I'm answering in gibberish. And it's a little disrespectful, you know? It's like going up to somebody with Asian features and going ching chong bing bong, you know? You don't do that. It's rude and disrespectful and a little bit racist. And if there's anything that I'd like to support, I really feel like that ghast is about to crawl up my ass right now. Where is it? If there's anything that I do want to support on this program, it is what has been unfortunately decried as woke sensibilities, but is actually just, you know, being polite. Unfortunately, being polite to people is now considered woke, so, you know. We're apparently not supposed to be that anymore, although, I don't know, I think it's a little weird that an entire political party is now against people being awake and aware of the world around them and other people, and, you know. We used to be able to celebrate our differences. Now it's, you know, jeer-worthy. So, anyway, I don't want to get too political on this because it kind of kills the joy. But at the same time, being able to say, oh, you know, I'm not into politics is an incredibly privileged position to have. And the reason I don't have to be is because I am a white male. So it's easy for me to say, oh, I don't want to get too political, because my life doesn't depend on it, you know? But, again, there are people for whom it does, you know? So it's, you know, not being political is a choice of privilege, so. But, again, there's me being woke again, and I'm sure that should anybody listen to this, I'm gonna get some jackass who is gonna give me shit over it, but, you know, I'm a grown man playing Minecraft. If I don't get some jackass giving me shit, then I'm probably not playing hard enough. Where are you? Well, I have my helmet on, I don't gotta worry about you. Alright. accent's okay. You know, and I hope I'm not offending him. I hope I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm never going to learn to speak Ghast. I'm sorry. That's where I draw the line. You know, they are a very shoot first and ask questions later type of mob. And we don't appreciate that here in Mediocre Minecraft. So, as much as I would love to be able to communicate with the piglins, Ghasts, you know, Ghasts can eat my ass. That's, you know, that's my t-shirt. That's... Order one today. That's going to be our first merch. Ghasts can eat my ass. Because that is the level of clever that I deal with. Whee! Alright. Alright, let's go down this slowly and... How much do I've got? Wow! Okay, I've got 5 stacks of blackstone. My clock is going crazy. I didn't realize I had gotten 5 full stacks. But, hey. This way. Alright, should I get more? I mean, those legs are going to be pretty long, but really I'm only doing the legs. I only need the blackstone for the legs. So, yeah, I think that ought to be enough. Let's check on the piglin, the zombie piglin. Here, let's see. Oh, they seem to have dispersed. That's fine. Now, do I have any blackstone in here? I do. Might as well grab it. I don't need any soul sand. Nether bricks? They're pretty, but I can just leave them here. Oh, the build. Oh, here. You got here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to trap anybody in here. Do you want out? Do you want to go after your kid? Yeah, there you go. Alright. You're welcome. Alright. Now that one zombie piglin who is hanging around in here, he is no doubt heading up my stairs. Your gold ass armor on. Look at you. Oh, you just switched. You were a piglin, weren't you? Yeah, man, sorry. That's rough. I know the transition can rip your face off, and I appreciate the fact that you have an enchanted crossbow pointed directly at my face, by the way. But, you know, welcome. Have fun. Head back if you want to. Okay. He didn't speak English, so... What I'm waiting for is, like, a zombie piglin wandering around my garden. Like... like, in here, just sort of looking around. Ah, the sun just came up. Okay, so I was down there for longer than I intended to be. Okay. And yes, I am humming all the songs that I hear on Instagram via TikTok. But, you know, we are the media we consume. So, okay, it is absolutely... I am definitely going to need a lot more black wool. So I will seriously have to consider making one of those machines. Hello. I'm so happy you're not just hanging out in bed all day. I'm hoping you guys get along well. You guys doing good? Okay, well, I wasn't talking to you, but thank you for your response, Kitty. He used to do this all the time. He would just stand on his bed and hang his head because there was nobody. All the other villagers were like down there. So I kind of isolated him when I put him in the map room. But he's got more pep in his step now. That's kind of cool. Now, does he actually? I don't know. But I do know that horses have 2 different modes of walking around. And one of them is for when you haven't given them enough space to walk around. They get tense. You know, their tail moves a lot more. They move at a higher rate of speed. They're harder to sit on, and they rear up a lot. If you only trap them in like a 4-block area, they have a much different pace than when you leave them a lot of room to move. And when you leave them a lot of room to move, they'll eat, you know. They snort more happily, you know. It's weird, but I think there is definitely you can see one down there. Those are happy horses. And you can they're swishing their tail. They're looking around. They're not nervously moving. They're dipping their heads to eat, you know. Now, granted, I think these 4 sheep have been trapped by this horse's butt for the last, I don't know, month. But the horse is happy. So, you know, I could care less about the sheep's mood, to be honest with you. You are machine makers for my wool and little else to me. But, yeah. Okay. What time is it? It's 1:15. My throat is starting to go, but all that shows is that I have indeed been talking for quite a while. But, you know, that's the goal, to be able to talk for a straight 2 hours without burning my throat out. And that's one of the things I've been working on. And because I've been working on it, I've been getting better at it. Okay, let's put that on, lose the gold helmet. I've gotten a good start. I'm going to have to look at some pictures of the crows, because it can't just go straight up. It's going to have to be at some kind of an angle. Like, this is starting at an angle. I think this is going to be better, but it might have to be more of an angle. I'm going to have to find those pictures again. Because even though I am trying to create this wholly out of my imagination, I am going on reference photos for crows taking off, which is I gotta say, not the weirdest thing I've ever searched on Google for, but is bringing back mixed results. There is a band called Crows Taking Off. I might have to feature some of their music. I have not listened to it, nor do I think I will, but... Alright. Now, training for fighting the dragon means you have to be able to land on one of those pillars, which is sort of the same size as these treetops. And I'm getting better at it. Okay. So you will be able to see the crow from here, because I can see the legs. I can definitely see the legs. And they look like they're about the right width. Because the crow's legs are thin, but a single block will be too thin, you know? So, that's a good start. That's a good start. Now, we'll be working on this on and off, because, as you know, my... I don't know if it's... I don't think I have ADHD. I think I just have an undisciplined mind. But I can't work on the same thing every day for months and months on end. I'm just not built that way. But luckily, there are a lot of things that we can do. We have buried treasure to look for. We have the underwater fortress to look for. I need to find an axolotl that I can breed with the other axolotl that I've found, so I can start building an axolotl army for the underwater fortress, or whatever the underwater fortress is actually called in this game. But it's over that way, and I know where it is. I just want to build up an axolotl army first, because the way that you cheese those places is that you bring a bunch of axolotls who will attack any underwater creature that they're near. Usually it's just tropical fish, but okay. See, the lightning's going on over there. Are any mobs gonna spawn? Do I want to do this again? Do I honestly want to do this again, where I still have holes in my property? You know what? Hold on. Okay. This is a bad idea. Ugh! Wow, that flew over my head. Let me see. Ugh! Oh! Oh no! This is a bad idea. Having that son of a bitch. Wait. That's a charged creeper. Now, that's a hole from a regular creeper. That's a hole from a charged creeper. So this is a really dumb idea. Because I cannot seem to defend myself against them. I had my shield up. Oh, he despawned. Okay. Oh, he despawned too. Let me see if I can get that guy. Ugh! Whoomp. Okay. Alright. Whoop. Let's have a little fun. I don't know if you remember last time I tried using this this trident. I died several times. Once from a charged creeper, the other times was just from trying to get my stuff back. Aw, cheesy. Come on, man. There's one in the rain. Ugh. Didn't quite make it. Wump. Ugh. Yeah! Now that guy. Ugh. Oh, didn't make it. Am I wearing this thing out? Ah, barely. Okay. Oh! Ugh. Nope, it's just not making it. This is a bad idea. Ugh. Oh no, get away from my dogs. Yeah. I gotta get rid of these trees. I want some mobs. Oh yeah, by all means, come over here. That is a really good strategy for you. Come here. Oh, there's a baby creep. Ah! Don't feel like fighting today, fellas. But how did you get a sword? Oh, he's down there now. Shit. How am I almost dead? How did I get hurt? Oh, wait. I keep forgetting. Hi, guys. Yep. I don't care if it's ineffective. That is fun. Ow! Okay, I'm apparently getting hurt by the lightning. Okay. That is good to know. Oh, hi. Yeah, I'd really... You've got some great boots, but... Thank you for the boots. Alright. Okay. Was that a bat? Oh, no, it's ash from that. Okay. Alright. Now, they were still getting into the compound. I know that's from this dumb little thing that I've got going on there. Is this not a thunderstorm anymore? Is this not considered a thunderstorm? Okay, so his armor must have thorns on it or something. Yeah, I bet his armor had thorns on it. Fucking little child. Golden helmet didn't have anything. That is cheating. Come for my pumpkins. I guess a flaming bow in this weather isn't much. Still knocking them out. You can break down a solid oak door, but you're having trouble with the fence gate. You guys really suck. Does it bother you suck? Alright. I wasn't gonna hunt this episode, but I'll tell you, that felt pretty good. Anybody else? Okay. Ugh, okay. I don't know why that does that, but it does. Alright, so. Up here, wings and all. I was trying to say something cool, but hold on. Thor's hammer! It actually passes me and has to catch up. That's pretty cool. I am such a child. Okay, but still king of the mountain. I'll be working on the crow for a while. You can see the claws coming over, or the talons come over. And I think it's going to look pretty cool. If you have any tips or suggestions, should you ever see this, I don't know if anybody will ever see this, but it doesn't so much matter as long as I keep working on it. Best of luck to you. If you do hear this, I hope you're well. I hope you're lucky. And, don't forget to treat people like people. Love y'all. See you later.